Okay, welcome back, everybody. We are in Brandenburg still. Project Zomboid. This is my fourth episode in Brandenburg. I'm still at the gas station, although I did some unrecorded work the other day and opened up a larger section of the map down south. Now, what we found south of this community center here was another neighborhood, but there is a bunker here that is locked and requires welding gear to get inside. So I am looking for a propane tank and some torches, some welding equipment so that I can break into this area. I want to know what this is. This pond is surrounded by five small homes. If any of them were interesting homes, I would consider basing up here, but right now I don't like it. I still want to open up this section of the map, which is what I think we're going to do first. We're going to wrap around this direction. I'm only going to clear things that look interesting. We'll see what happens after that. And there's a mall down here. First off, I thought this lake was going to have a badass area, and it's a restaurant and a small home, and it kind of sucks. So anyway, this here is a huge mall though, and we are absolutely going to loot it. So I don't know if we'll get there today or not, but that is my midterm plan in Brandenburg. I still do, ideally, want to long-term base in the Hunter's Lodge up here that I found, but we'll see. Now, in my unfilmed episode, I wrecked a car down here again, full of all of my gas station supplies. So right now I am in survive as I go mode, which is fine. That's part of the gig. I do have a larger bag. I upgraded to a duffel, so that was helpful. Still have my fireman's axe. I unfortunately do not have a good backup two-handed weapon at this point. So if the axe breaks, I am going to be somewhat SOL, at least in the short term. I do have a hatchet and a claw hammer, so I'm not going to be completely defenseless, but... Excuse me, a little bit of a cough today. Big cemetery. Wasn't sure if they were going to be alive or not. Sometimes they sit up on you, surprisingly, and you're like, oh shit, I thought those were dead already. So yeah, opening up more of the map. I did have the helicopter event in the unfilmed section also, so I basically drove around. That's why I have a large portion of the map opened up. I was in my vehicle when it spawned, and I basically just drove around until it was gone. So there are massive hordes. Well, I shouldn't say massive. There are pretty good sized hordes that followed me around that are probably going to be pocketed up in odd spaces, but I'm not super concerned about that. If we run into a giant horde, we will either sneak away or manage them as need be. Now, that's a cute little house. Looks like it has a second story, maybe not an impressively large one. Any of them following me? Not fast enough to matter. Alright, so we'll go ahead and keep going this way. Let's go ahead and crouch down so that those guys lose eyesight of me. At least they'll give up on trying to trail me at that point. Now, if I get hungry or injured or anything, I will pop into one of these nearby homes. But for now, I don't think it matters a whole lot. Let's check the map real quick before I venture into any fighting. Okay, so yeah, we are definitely clearing where I want to clear. So we'll turn back at the next road and then we'll curve down that way. So far, so good. Really not in the fighting mood at the moment, so we're just going to go ahead and... No, we'll kill these three. We'll kill these three. Might as well. No sense in leaving potential problems for your... Oh, that was dumb of me. I only just recently, in like Project Zomboid terms, turned off the outlines on the Zeds. So, I kind of had the training reels on up until about half a year ago. So, you know, I still misjudge my swings semi-regularly. Now, this is the road we're going to turn on next. That's a very little home. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I live in a very little home in real life, but video game terms, that's a little building. All right, let's speed this up a little bit. This residential area is pretty low pop at the moment. So yeah, I'd really like to get down to that mall. I'd like to, I'm pretty sure it was a mall. There are a lot of stores and buildings and stuff in it. I'd really like to get down there and check that out, but I also really, really want some welding gear so that I can take that metal door down on the bunker and see what's in there. Because if that bunker is cool, that might be a little surprise treat of Brandenburg. I really need to switch back to my firefighter outfit because this ghillie suit has almost no defensive capabilities. It just looks cool. And the rule of cool kind of always applies. So let's go ahead and go this way just to get the map fully opened. No sense in staying on the roads just to stay on the roads. Now, jogging through the woods is never a safe move in Zomboid, so maybe I should not do that. Avoid getting hate comments from you guys saying I'm playing like a fool. Which is fair, sometimes I do play like a fool. But I also just really don't stress this game. I'm not one that tries to like super hard to survive for, full years or multiple years or anything like that. I think like 54 days is the longest I've ever survived. Hell, 75% of my playthroughs, the water stays turned on the entire time. Electric usually goes out, but it seems like it goes out before the water typically. So we're going to turn again here after I kill this little Zed. These are some pretty boring homes. They're probably got some decent stuff in them if I go through them all, but that's an eventuality. This series is more about opening up the map and finding cool places. So, and of course killing Zeds, because, you got to keep your head count up. Is it body count? Nah, I'm not sleeping with them. I'm killing them. All right. Let's gather up a few before we kill them this time around. Make it a little more interesting. Get some of the spooky tunes. It's so awesome how some of the Zomboid sounds used to give me anxiety. Now they're like soothing. Alright, that did the trick there. Pretty sure I got a huge section of the map there opened up. Let's go ahead and double check to make sure we're not missing things. Nope, we're going to keep going east. That's where that was. You know what? I'm going to show you guys that bunker because it's cool and I want to know what's in it quite badly. What's in my duffel? How much shit do I have in it? Not a whole lot. Let's eat that beef patty. Probably ought to be getting hungry pretty soon, you would think. So yeah, who's enjoying the Build 42 update? Who's new to the game? Are there any viewers of this in the comments? That'd be cool if you would pipe up if you're new to the game and you happen to find this. I'm a very, very small baby channel, but I very much enjoy doing the Project Zomboid content. So if you're new to the game, or if you're new or if you're back because of Build 42, let me know. I'm kind of curious. And engagement's always fun. So I do respond to almost everybody. And if I don't, it's not because I'm being an asshole or anything. It's just because I didn't notice. Damn it, I said I was going to go east to show you guys that bunker, and then I just immediately kept going south. So let's fix that. Let's cut across. Did I find a neat little house? If it had tall fences, it might be. Excuse the coughing. Having myself a little morning Jay. As of recording, there is a nasty ice storm in mid-Missouri where I live. So we are all pretty much stuck in our homes for the next 10 to 24 hours, give or take. Which, to be honest, isn't entirely a bad thing. Little bonus Sunday off. And I'm going to utilize it by playing some Zomboid. If you're curious, I work in the legal marijuana business, which is quite fun. The state-sanctioned legal marijuana industry. So here is the bunker. And yes, it's very weird the way the light plays around things sometimes, but can't see inside it. I assume there are levels below it. I don't know if he's stuck in the geometry or... Yes, he looks to be stuck in the geometry. That's okay. All right, so I need a torch and some goggles or a mask. And we're going to head down here and see if we can find any. Because that needs to be the goal. And if it's not, at least finding the gear needs to be the goal. We're going to skip homes. Kill Zeds because I know there's a fair crowd down here. Even on low pop settings, there's a fair crowd down in the like retail sections of the towns. And I'm on week 2, so the population is starting to increase and migrate. I do still have to keep an eye on muscle fatigue though, because build 42 is still giving you crippling muscle fatigue if you fight too many. Which is fair. It's fair. In real life, I would be very fatigued after swinging an axe at a bunch of, you know, animated corpses. Whoever gave me the tip for switching seats in cars with Z the other day, thank you. I was, like, tangentially aware, but every time I'm in a heated situation, I can't remember, and either die to crowds swarming the car I'm in, or get out and walk around the long way. So thank you for that. That was a good tip. Brandenburg is a really neat, really large town. I'm excited for it, and I'm hopeful that I can get the full map unlocked. I'm trying to be relatively careful for my playstyle anyway, um, so that I can unlock the full map of Brandenburg, because that would be a good use of this little series here. I do actually want to eventually get back and do a Living Long in Ekron series, because quite frankly, that little town on the Midwest section of the map just really entranced me. I just very, very much liked it. Oh, wow. This could make an incredible little area to grow crops, I think. That is quite interesting of a layout. So yeah, this is the mall that I was talking about. I'm not going to be able to clear it because I don't have a vehicle that will let me load up with that much stuff. But I can selectively find some good shit, I hope. We're long enough in the video that I can cuss, right? Oh, who am I kidding? It's not monetized. I can do what I want. Say what I want. I mean, like, I won't get, like, you know, racist or sexist or weird or anything, but or phobic of any sort, because, whoa, who does that benefit? I probably should have expected more to come out of that door. It was moving. Oh, come on, Tim. Well, here we go. A scratch I can handle. Dude, I don't have any medical supplies on me. Well, that's foolish. All right. Wow. Wow. That's problematic, guys. Let's see. I got time. All right. Wound. Do not fucking critical damage. Oh, it's my neck. Of course it's my neck. Of course it scratched my fucking neck. Well, guys, this might be the end of my Brandenburg series. Boy, that's a terrible way to go. That is a terrible way to go if that's the case, if that's what happens. I'm gonna walk back to a home and hopefully hopefully survive in it overnight. We'll see. Do I have any medicine? I don't think I do. And crashing my car last episode off camera was a terrible, terrible thing. Yep, critically injured. Ah, that is a shame. I'm gonna try and survive this though. I am not gonna give up. We're gonna sneak around the side of this house. Oh, there's a few more up there. We're gonna go this way to the next house and see if I can survive overnight there. Really shouldn't jog. I want to. My instinct is to try to jog to get away, but I don't think that's the right move. I'm going to go up here, kite around this fence, and then crouch and see if I can dodge away from these guys. And hopefully get into this house. Okay, door's open. Door's open. All right, door's closed. This might be a bad move. But I thought disinfecting it might be a good move. Guess we'll find out. Well, adhesive bandages would have been better, but I've already got a rag on it. I'm not going to take it off again. All right, well, let's see. Some painkillers would have been super nice. It doesn't look like I'm going to get that lucky. Might as well read a comic book, improve my mood a little bit while I'm sitting here in critical bleeding pain damage. Let's see, what else can I do here? What else can I do at the moment? In this very moment, what can I do? Reading another one of these isn't going to help, but I'm going to grab it. Oh! Oh! Alright, well, if I survive this, I'm gonna be shocked and pleased. We are gonna find out here because we're just gonna try and sleep it off. Holy cow. Guys, we may have survived that. I say we because, quite frankly, if you're here, you're on the team. If you're still here, you're really on the team. Because I know only a handful of you watch the whole episodes. But that is nice. That is nice. I somehow survived that. Now, I am not leaving this house for another full day. I am going to fully heal up, make sure that I am not actually infected. I've got enough food in this house. I must have dropped off a bag full of food in here because this all looks like gas station stuff that I had at one point in a bag. So I must have dumped stuff here in my episode that I was not recording the other day because yeah, that makes sense because this was not a survivor house. Having all this shit in here would not make sense normally. But yeah, so that's been another video. Narrowly avoided my stupidity, survived, showed you guys where we're gonna go next. All we got to do is find some welding gear. Hopefully, I can find it down here, and hopefully also not die. Thanks for joining me. I will catch you next time for another Brandenburg Build 42 Project Zomboid video.